Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga LJ. My name is LJ. I'm a yoga teacher and a registered nurse, and this is the Ashtanga Flow number 4 class. So building on the previous classes, we're adding on chaturanga with our knees to the ground, and we'll go to cobra a couple times and then option to go to upward dog. I'm also adding Trikonasana and Parivrta Trikonasana, which is triangle pose and revolve triangle. So it's best you have a couple blocks that will assist you with the pose. I'm also adding a seated posture, Janushirshasana A, which is when your foot comes up into your inner thigh. And a couple other minor things in the sequence, but that's for the most part what we're doing today. And still the same 5 Surya Namaskara A and 3 Surya Namaskara B. So we'll start seated, coming down to the ground. We'll do the same breath work as the previous Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. It is best to continue with the same breath work for a few classes because it does take time for your body memory to learn the breath work and to get used to it. And then I'll also be adding on breath works, different variations, still for a short amount of time, but more variations which will help us prepare better for the series. So let's just get grounded down. Easy cross-legged pose. Close your eyes. Pratyahara, withdrawing our senses inwards. Journey into the body. Calming down the mind. Noticing the quality of your breath. And remember to stay compassionate and kind during the practice. In a non-judgmental way. We try to stay non-judgmental, a certain distance, like we're observing ourselves kindly throughout the series. We're going to chant Om together one time to open the class. So we'll bring the hands to Namaskar Mudra, thumbs at the heart. Finishing the exhale, inhaling to Om. Release the hands down. Moving to Nadi Shodhana. So the same as the previous. Inhale for 6, hold for 12, exhaling 12 counts. Try to keep smooth exhalations and inhalations. If it's too strenuous, just release the count, go with what works for you and build up towards it. We don't want to strain even during breath work. Left hand and Yana Mudra, index finger and thumb pressing. The right thumb presses the right nostril. The 4th finger of the right hand presses the left nostril. 2 first fingers are down. We're going to finish the exhalation. Block the right nostril. Inhale through left for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close both nostrils. Hold for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close both nostrils, hold for 12. Exhale, left nostril, 12, 11, 1. Inhale, left nostril, 6. Hold both nostrils, hold for 12. Exhale, right nostril for 12. Inhale, right for 6. Hold both nostrils for 12. Exhale, left nostril for 12. Inhale, left nostril, 6. Hold both nostrils, 12. Exhale to right nostril, 12. Inhale, right, 6. Hold both nostrils, last round. Exhale, left nostril, 12. Inhale, left, 6. Hold both nostrils, 12. Exhale, right nostril, 12. Keep exhaling about 12 counts. When you're done, just rest the hands on the knees. Let your breath move in its own natural way. Observing. And we're going to open the eyes. We're going to come up to standing. So same variation, try to keep your hands off the floor, press the pinky edges of your feet, rock forward, coming up to standing. So we'll be doing the opening yoga mantra chant. Hands to heart center, thumbs pressing against the chest. Starting with Om, we'll finish the exhalation and then inhaling to Om. Vande Gurunam Charanara Sandar Shita Svatma Sukhava Bodhe Nishayase Jangali Kayamane Samsara hala hala moha shantye. Abahu purushakaram shankachakrasi darinam. Sahasra shirsam jvetam panamami patanjalim. And we'll exhale the hands down, coming to Samastitihi, pressing the four corners of the feet and finding your posture here. We're going to contain the low ribs, engaging latissimus dorsi muscles by the side, low back on right side, left side. Moving towards Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, 5 times. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head down. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, head up, straight thighs. Exhale, hands down. We'll step the feet back to a high plank. Drop your knees to the ground. We're going to go slow for the chaturangas today, to the ground. So bring the chest forward, straight arms, shoulders past the fingertips. Engage your muscles between the ribs into your serratus and soften the low ribs in. Inner thighs are spinning back. We're going to bring the chest forward, shoulders pulling down the back. Engage the muscles in the mid upper back. And then we'll bend the elbows by midline by the ribs. Hold for a moment and come down to the ground, forehead down, exhaling. Inhale, cobra. Pull the elbows towards each other. Exhale, push the hands back to a downward dog, 5 breaths. Relax into the pose. Stretching out the body. Noticing the weight distribution, hands and feet. One more full inhale, exhale. Finishing the exhalation, and we'll step the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Press your feet coming all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to thumbs, contain the ribs. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the floor or the shins, head up, flat back. Exhale, press your hands, lift your heels, keep the weight of the chest forward. You can bend your elbows to ground your hands here. Press your toe mounds. Exhale, jumping back to a high plank. Drop your knees down. Go slow. Chaturanga towards the floor, taking our time. Feel all the internal actions. Keep the elbows midline. Don't splay the elbows open to the side. Inhale, head up, cobra. Kneecaps lifting. Option to go to upward dog from here. Pressing index finger and thumb. Pull the chest through the arms. Knees off the floor. Gaze down the bridge of the nose. You can pull your ears back, but keep the gaze down the bridge of the nose. And then drop your knees, pushing back, downward dog, 5 breaths. Feel every inhale and exhale. Gaze between the thighs, eventually to the navel. Finishing your exhale, straight arms, bend your knees, look to where you're gonna jump. Press your toe mounds evenly, knees facing forward, and then lift your hips. Inhale, flat back, hands to floor or the shins. Exhale, drop the head down. Press the feet coming up, arms up over the head. Exhale, Samastitihi. Third one, inhale, arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, press the hands. Keep the weight of the chest forward as you jump back to a high plank. Drop the knees, going slow. Chest comes forward. Shoulders past the fingertips, but still pull your shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Engage the core, muscles by the side ribs, and bend, going slowly. Chaturanga to the ground. Cobra or inhaling to upward dog. Inner thighs to sky. Index finger and thumb pressing, wide collarbones. Exhale, drop the knees, downward dog. Two more breaths. Finishing the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, press your hands a lot, and lift your hips. Keep pressing your hands. Inhale, flat back or hands to shins. Exhale, drop the head, forward fold. Press the feet coming all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, arms wide, Samastitihi. Fourth one, inhale, arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, thighs back, head up. Exhale, press your hands, lift your heels, jump back to a high plank. Drop the knees, going slow for chaturanga to the floor. Find the internal actions, core, muscles by the side ribs, elbows midline, chest comes forward, shoulders past fingertips. Squeeze your upper mid-back muscles. Exhaling to the ground. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Pull the hands, push the hands back and upward dog to pull your chest through the arms. Press your tops of feet a lot to lift your legs. And then drop your knees back to downward dog. 5 breaths. Straight arms, pull the triceps back, distributing the weight throughout the 10 fingers and palms. One more breath. Finish the exhale. Bend the knees, jump, lift your hips. Keep pressing your hands to Ardha Uttanasana if you can. Head up. Exhale, forward fold. Press the feet coming all the way up, hands up. Exhale, Samastitihi, arms wide. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, press your hands, lift your heels. You can bend your elbows to ground the palms. Jump back to a high plank. Try to jump back your feet in the right position, hip width. Drop the knees down, going slow. Chaturanga to the ground. Pull the shoulders back as you bring your chest forward. Engage your core. Pull the elbows towards each other. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, drop your knees back to downward dog. Noticing every breath as it moves through the body. Try to keep your drishti between the thighs, eventually to the navel. Last breath. Finishing your exhalation. Bend the knees, lift your hips. Keep pressing your hands as you inhale the head up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, drop the head, forward fold. Press the feet coming all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Moving on to Surya Namaskara B. So Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, head up, hands to shins or the ground. And then exhale, press your hands, lift your heels, jump back to a high plank. Try to land your feet hip width. Drop the knees, chest coming forward, go slow. Chaturanga to the ground, elbows midline, pull the elbows towards each other to engage the pectoralis. Exhaling to the floor, and then inhale to cobra or upward dog. Gaze to the tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, upward dog. Ears can come back. And then exhale, knees down, downward dog. Finishing the exhalation, we'll turn the left heel in, step the right foot forward, inhale, warrior one. Palms together, straight arms. Gaze up, contain the core. Exhale, hands to the floor. Keep exhaling as you step back to the high plank. Drop the knees down, going for the chaturanga towards the floor, containing the core. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Wide collarbones and cobra, both. And then drop your knees, exhale back, downward dog. Right heel's gonna turn in, left foot forward, inhale, warrior one, left side. Press your palms, straight arms. Exhale, hands down, step back to the high plank. Knees down, go slow. Chaturanga to the ground, elbows midline, lead with the heart forward. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Press your feet a lot, inner thighs to sky and upward dog. And then pushing back to downward dog, 5 breaths. Try not to stress. Lengthen the exhales. Take an extra breath when you need to. Finishing the exhalation. Bend the knees and we'll jump feet to the top. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Gaze to thumbs, straight arms. Keep inhaling all the way to Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, arms wide, Samastitihi. Second one, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, head up halfway. Exhale, keep the weight of the chest forward. Lift your heels, plant your hands down, jump back to a high plank. Drop the knees, go slow for chaturanga. Engage the muscles by the side ribs, core. Elbows midline, shoulders pulling back away from the ears. Inhale, cobra, elbows pull towards each other, or upward dog. Pull the chest through the arms, shoulders down and back. And then exhale, downward dog. Left heel turns in, right foot forward, warrior one. Contain the core, engage the low back muscles. Exhale, hands down, step back to a high plank. Knees down, exhaling, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, cobra, lift your knees off the floor. Same with upward dog, knees off the floor, wide collarbones. Pushing back to downward dog. Finishing the exhale. Right heel in, left foot forward, warrior one on the left side. Try to straighten the back, right leg, right thigh back. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Drop the knees, chest coming forward with control, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Keeping the drishti between the thighs, eventually the navel. Soften the low ribs down. Listening to the breath. Finish the exhalation. Bend the knees, press your feet evenly, the toe mounds, knees facing forward. Look to where you're going to jump. Straight arms, push the shoulders back. Lift your hips and feet come down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, palms together, gaze to thumbs. Inhaling. Keep inhaling all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, Samastitihi. Last one, Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press your knees towards each other. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins or the floor, head up. Exhale, jump back, press your hands, press your toe mounds to lift the hips back, feet hip width. Drop your knees with control, chaturanga. Pull the shoulders down the back, engaging the back mid muscles. Exhaling to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Left heel turns in, right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Square hips and shoulders to the front. Exhale, hands down. High plank. Drop the knees. Chaturanga with control, core. Lead with the heart to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Press your feet in upward dog, inner thighs to sky. And then exhale, downward dog. Right heel in, left foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior one, left side, Virabhadrasana A. Straighten the back leg. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Knees down with control, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. 5 breaths. Relax the face and the jaw. Trying to stay in the observation, a compassionate observer. Noticing what's happening. One more breath. Finish the exhalation. Bend the knees, look to where you're going to jump. Push the shoulders back, straight arms as you lift the hips. Inhale, flat back, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the head. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Press the palms and knees towards each other. Keep inhaling all the way up. Exhale, arms wide, Samastitihi. We're gonna inhale, jump the feet hip width. Exhale, we're gonna fold from the hips. 2 first fingers, grab the big toes, Padangusthasana. Inhale, head up, straight arms, 4 corners of the feet pressing. Exhale, into the pose. Crown of the head to the floor, lift your shoulders away from the ears. Bend your elbows, pulling your chest towards your thighs. Gaze to the tip of the nose, releasing the back of the body. 2 more breaths. Inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale here. Inhale, bring the hands under your feet, straight arms, lengthen, head up. Exhale, fold. Shoulders away from the ears. You can bend your elbows, crown of the head to the floor. Pull your low ribs in, chest to the thighs. See if you can bring more weight towards the balls of your feet as you lift your shoulders up. It's as though you're pulling your hands off your feet, but you're not going to. 2 more breaths. Inhale, head up, straight arms, look forward. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up to standing, and we'll come to Samastitihi. We're going to reach for the block, and we'll take it with us. We're going to go to Trikonasana, triangle pose. So from here, we step to the right of the mat, feet parallel first. So stepping the right foot back, feet parallel, and then we turn the right toes out. And we find our triangle feet. So heel to heel alignment. Left toes are turned in slightly. High block outside the right ankle. Once you have your feet and your legs and the block, we're gonna lift the right arm up, left hand down. We're gonna find length in the torso. Inhale. And we're gonna exhale into the pose. Lengthen the right side ribs, shorten the top side ribs. Keep your head back in line with the spine. Hand to the block, wrist under shoulder. When you're ready, lift the top hand up, 5 breaths, gazing to left thumb for the drishti. Keep pulling shoulders towards the spine. Enjoy the breath in this pose. Exhale, drop your drishti down to the right hand. We're going to inhale, take the block with you. Left hand's going to pull you up on the inhale. We're going to turn the right toes in, back to feet parallel, turning to the front of the mat. The left toes are going to turn to the front. Block outside the left ankle. Find your feet and your legs. Open chest to the right. Right hand down, left hand up. Inhale. Find length in the torso. Straight legs. Exhale, push your hips back to the right. Left hand reaching forward. Shorten the top ribs as you lengthen the left side ribs. Hand to the block, wrist under the shoulder. When you're ready, lift the top right hand. 5 breaths. Make the pose feel good with the breath. Drishti to the right thumb. Two more breaths. Exhale, drop your gaze down to the left hand. The right hand's going to pull you up as you take the block with you. You're going to come up, straight legs. Right hand pulls you up. Moving to Parivrta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Turn your left toes in, feet parallel. We're turning to the back of the mat. So the right foot's at the back of the mat, facing the back. We're going to square the hips and shoulders. So your feet are heel to heel, warrior 1 feet. Square hips and shoulders to the back. Block. We'll bring the block just above the left toe, just inside and above the right toe. Just above and inside the right toe. So find your feet and your legs. Hands down, lengthen your torso. Straight legs. Press the 4 corners of your feet. Left hand up, right hand's gonna move back. We're gonna stay with straight legs. Chest is gonna come forward. Left hand forward, right hand back. Pushing your hips back. Long torso, spine lengthening. We're gonna drop that left hand to the block and open your chest to the right. Top of right shoulder pulling back, gazing back. This may be your pose for today. If you wanna go deeper, if you're comfortable, you can lift the right hand straight up for Parivrta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Eventually the hand comes outside the foot to the ground, eventually, and we're gonna gradually work ourselves to that place. Just giving the time for the body to slowly open. Two more breaths. And then we drop the gaze down to the left hand. The right hand's gonna pull you up. Take the block with you, coming up to straight legs. We're gonna turn the right toes in, feet parallel, and then keep turning to the front of the mat. So same thing, left side. Find your feet, warrior 1 feet, heel to heel, back toes are turned in, hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat. Hands down, find length, 4 corners of the feet. Right hand up, left hand back. We're going to bring the block above and inside the left toe. Right hand reaching forward, left hand back. Push the hips back, straight legs. When you're ready, right hand to the block. Open chest to left, gaze past the left shoulder. Maybe this is as far as we go today. If you're feeling comfortable, you can lift the left hand straight up. 5 breaths. Pressing the back right foot. Ground the right hand as you lift the left hand to the stars. 2 more breaths, going deeper inside the body. And we're gonna drop the gaze down. Exhale, left hand back. Take the block with you. We're gonna come up to straight legs. And from here, we're stepping to the front of the mat. So bend the left knee, samastitihi, feet together. We can release the block. And we're gonna jump to seated from here. Inhale, hands up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, straight legs. Inhale, flat back, head up. Exhale, press your hands, lift your heels, keep the weight of the chest forward, and ground your hands by bending your elbows to jump back to a high plank, feet hip width. Drop the knees, go slow. Chaturanga to the floor. Shoulders pull back, elbows midline, go slow. Pressing your hands. And exhale to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, back downward dog. We're gonna jump to seated. So when we jump, we're gonna bring the right foot in first and then the left ankle behind the right foot. So you can step or jump. So if you jump, both feet at the same time, bring your hands back. Try to keep your hips off the floor, extend your legs, keep pressing your hands, lift your hips, and then drop your hips down. Coming to Dandasana, hands by the hips, straight legs, flex your feet, knees pressing down, gazing down the bridge of the nose, 5 breaths. Traveling inside the body. Moving to Paschimottanasana A, B, and C. So we're gonna, with the peace fingers, 2 first fingers, inhale, grab your big toes, lengthen, straight arms, head up. Exhale into the pose, drop forward, folding forward. So lead with your heart, shoulders back. You can keep your head up, lengthening here. Eventually your forehead will come down to the shins. Personally, I kept my head up for many years. It just felt good in my body. Grounding the back of the hips down as you pull the chest forward, pressing the knees to the floor. And we'll inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale, hands around the pinky edges of the feet, and your thumbs are pressing below the big toes. And then exhale, forward fold. So your version. Keeping the weight even, right side, left side, sitting bone. It's common for people to lean to one side of the body more than the other, trying to even out the weight. Finishing the exhale, and we'll inhale, straight arms, head up. Paschimottanasana C, we're gonna grab the opposite wrist outside the feet. Inhale, straight arms, lengthen. Exhale, fold into the pose, or the fingers. Inhale, head up, straight arms. Exhale, release the pose. So we're gonna cross the legs. Let's bring the right ankle in front of left ankle. So typically we switch the cross between each vinyasa. Hands by the hips. We're gonna lift the hips up and lean your weight forward, chest forward. So you can step or jump back from here. You can drag your feet through the arms, or you can try to press your pinky toe edges of the feet and jump your hips back to a high plank. Drop the knees down, chaturanga to the floor, go slow. Find the internal actions. And then inhale cobra or upward dog. Exhale back, downward dog. We're gonna jump to seated. Try to bring the left foot first this time. So jump the left foot in front. Try to drag your feet through the arms. Bring your hands back. Keep your hips off the floor, extend your legs, and come to seated. Coming to Parivrta. So we've been doing the modified version with the knees bent and the hands behind us. You can keep doing this. This is tabletop version. We're going to do another variation today. It's not the full variation, but pretty close. So eventually the feet are going to come flat to the floor, but today we're going to keep the feet in Charlie Chaplin feet. So bring your heels together. The pinky edges of the feet are pressing down. You can keep your knees bent a little bit here. Hands back behind you. So we're going to roll the top of the shoulders forward, and you're also going to squeeze the back muscles, the mid upper back muscles. You're squeezing your blades together as you roll the top of the shoulders forward. We're going to exhale, press your hands and feet. On the inhale, lift your hips up. So you may have to adjust your hands and feet. So eventually maybe you'll find straight legs, or you can keep a bit of a bent knee in your legs. Pressing the pinky edges of the feet, lifting your hip bones, roll the top of the shoulders forward, squeezing your mid upper back. Try to breathe into the pose. Notice if you're holding or restricting your breath. If you're comfortable, you can drop your head back. Two more breaths. If your head's back, bring your chin to your chest, and then we're slowly gonna come down. Okay, now we're gonna cross the left foot in front, hands on the floor, chest forward. See if you can drag or jump your feet back to a high plank. Drop the knees down, go slow, chaturanga, building strength in the upper body, elbows midline. Exhale to the floor. Inhale cobra or upward dog. And drop your knees, exhale, downward dog. Jumping to seated, so the right foot's gonna come first. Jump your feet. Try to pull your feet through the arms. Maybe not move your hands. Don't move your hands, just the feet move through the arms. Keep your hips lifting and then drop your hips. Moving to Janushirshasana A. So we're gonna bring the right foot inside the left inner thigh. The left leg is straight. Left hip, left knee, left ankle in one line, flexing your left toes. Find your right foot inside the inner right thigh. We're gonna ground the hips here. So don't force your right knee to the floor. Just bring your hands down and ground your hips. The knee will naturally come down to the floor on its own. And then the full version, we grab the right wrist. Left hand grabs the right wrist in front behind the left foot. We inhale, straight arms, head up, and then we exhale, fold into the pose. And so the left hand grabs the right wrist because we're pulling the right ribs forward, wrapping the right ribs forward, and the left side ribs are pulling back. So if this is too difficult, and maybe you may not be able to grab your wrist, you can keep your hands on the floor and find the same action with the force of energy with your hands. So left hand is reaching forward. Sorry, left hand is pushing the floor back. Left hand pushing your left ribs back. The right hand is reaching forward to bring your right ribs forward. Make sure you're grounding the right hip down. So right hip grounds down. Just wrap the right ribs forward. Left ribs back. Very active left leg. One more breath. And we'll release the pose. So we're gonna jump vinyasa. There's always a vinyasa between every pose, and the Ashtanga series really builds strength and endurance. So cross your ankles the other way. Hands pressing, lift your hips, lean your chest forward. See if you can drag your feet through the arms or jump your feet back to a high plank. Drop the knees, chaturanga, go slow to the floor. Engage the core, mid-back muscles. And then cobra or upward dog. Exhaling back to downward dog. So for the other side, we're gonna cross the ankles the other way. Jump your feet. Try not to move your hands. See if you can drag your feet through the hands, keeping your hands pressing down. Extend your legs and then drop your hips last. So left side, left foot's gonna come inside the inner right thigh. Your right hip, right knee and ankle are in one line. We're gonna press the hands down to ground the hips first. Don't force your knee down. And then we're gonna fold forward. The right hand grabs the left wrist behind the right foot. So we're wrapping the left ribs forward as we're grounding the left hip. The left hip doesn't move, it stays grounded. Only the ribs come forward and the right ribs are pulling back. So that's why we're pulling the left wrist. Now, if this is too far, it may be hard for you to grab your wrist. Just keep your hands on the floor like we did on the other side and breathe into it. Right heel pressing down into the earth, as well as the right knee. And finish the exhalation. We're gonna inhale, head up. Exhale, release the pose. We're gonna cross the ankles, different opposite way you did before. Hands down, lift the hips, chest forward. Drag your feet a little bit and then try jumping your feet to the high plank. Knees down, chaturanga, mid upper back muscles, core. Bring your straight arms forward and then bend the elbows. Go slow. Finish the exhale, inhale cobra or upward dog. Upward dog, pull the chest through the arms. Gaze to the tip of the nose. Exhale, back to downward dog. Okay, we're gonna jump to seated going to bridge. So we're gonna cross the ankles, jump, and try to drag your feet through the hands without lifting or moving your hands. And then coming down. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the floor for bridge. Fingers reaching for the heels. Walk your shoulders in the back. We're gonna exhale, press your feet and hands down. On the inhalation, we're going to lift the hips up. From here, you can slowly walk your shoulders in more. You can keep your palms of the hands down on the ground, or maybe interlace your hands. If you interlace your hands, press the top of the arms, forearms and wrist down into the ground as you lift the upper body off the floor. Breathing into the pose. And then we're going to exhale, release the hands, we're going to drop down. So finish the exhale, we're going to inhale one time. And then on the exhalation, press your feet and your hands. And then inhale, lift your hips. Same thing, walk your hands in. Maybe you'll go a little deeper this time. You go deeper by bringing your shoulders as close as you can towards your spine. And also far down as you can, away from the ears. Softening low ribs down to engage the core. Four corners of the feet. Another full breath. And then we'll exhale, come down, release the hands. One inhalation. And then exhale, press your feet. And then inhale, lift your hips. Last one. Chin away from the chest. Dropping the inner thighs. Lift your hip bones to the sky. One more breath. And exhale, we're going to release. Just stay for one breath. You can let your knees fall in towards each other. And then we're going to come up to a Paschimottanasana, forward fold. This is the counter pose to back bending. So you can do either A, B, or C version, Paschimottanasana, whichever version you prefer, for 10 breaths. Going deeper inside the body. In this point in the practice, we start to slow down and lengthen the breath. And this encourages us to go into deeper layers of the body. One more breath. We're going to inhale, head up, straight arms. Exhale, release the pose. And we're going to go down for Tadaiga Mudra. So we point the toes and slowly coming onto the back, palms facing down, keep the eyes open for 10 breaths. And you may know by now, this helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. After such an active practice, we're lengthening the exhales to stimulate the vagus nerve. As we drop deeper into layers of the body, we're also optimizing the breath, bringing more healing and recovery and regeneration to the body. 2 more breaths. Finishing the exhale, we're going to inhale. We're going to come up and do a vinyasa. So cross your ankles the other direction. Hands pressing. Lift your hips, chest forward. You can drag your feet or maybe jump your feet back to the high plank. Knees down, go slow, chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to jump to seated. So jump your ankles crossed. See if you can pull your feet through the hands without moving your hands. Keep your hips lifted, extend the legs, and coming down. Okay, moving to Matsyasana fish pose. We did this last time as well. Same version. Coming onto the back. If you have a ponytail, you might have to take it out. So we're going to point the toes. Legs are very active. Press the elbows. We're going to exhale, press your elbows, and then inhale, lift your chest up, open your chest, and then your head's going to come off the floor when you press your elbows. And then bring the back of your head onto the floor. Holding here for 8 breaths. Keep pressing your palms, forearms, and elbows. Opening heart to the sky. Point your toes. Two more breaths. You're going to finish your exhalation. On the inhale, you're going to lift, press your elbows and hands, lift your head up, chin to chest. Exhale, dropping down. And then we're going to inhale, come up. We're going to cross the ankles, hands by the hips, lift your hips, bring your feet to the high plank, drop the knees, going to chaturanga, go slow, keep all the actions, don't lose the integrity even at the end of the practice when you get tired. Keep everything. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, we're going to jump through again. Cross your ankles. Pull your feet through the hands. Extend the legs. And coming down. So we're moving towards Baddha Padmasana. So we've been crossing our legs in an easy cross leg pose. And we've been crossing the arms behind us for Baddha Padmasana, 8 breaths here. So you can do the same thing. If you don't have any knee issues, we can try coming to half lotus. Eventually it's a full lotus in this pose. So extend your left leg, and with your hands, just cup your right ankle. So you're cupping your right ankle with your hands. And as long as you don't feel anything in your knee, you'll be okay. The second you feel anything, any twinge in your knee, please just release and keep the easy cross-legged pose. We're gonna work together gradually to release the hips and go to full lotus. Just give your body more time. Don't force your body. Just go with the flow of your body. So if you're here, you're gonna bring your foot to the crease. There's a crease here, upper left crease of your thigh. So bring the pinky edge of the foot to the crease of your left leg. And keep your ankle straight so it's not buckling. You don't want your ankle to buckle. Like if it's distorted, you don't want your ankle distorted. Keep it straight so your ankle is intact. And we'll just keep it here for today, just a half lotus. This bottom foot, see if you can lean back and bring your left heel in any amount. So you're just in half lotus on the right side. You can point the toes, right toes up, and stay like this. So if you're okay here, do this version today, and then we'll cross the arms behind us and hold Baddha Padmasana, 8 breaths. And then from here, we're going to go to Yoga Mudra. So you can keep your arms here and then bring your chest forward. Top of the head eventually is going to come to the ground. So other option is to bring your hands in front of you on the floor and then drop your top of the head down to the floor. 8 breaths. Finishing your exhale, we're gonna inhale up. So adding Padmasana, we're adding lotus pose here. So we're gonna stay either the half lotus or easy cross-legged pose. Index finger and thumb in Yana Mudra. So palms open on the knees, straight arms. Your chin is gonna come back, slowly drops down and back. Straight spine. So 10 breaths we hold here, Padmasana, lotus pose. Close your eyes, dropping deeper and deeper into the whole body. And slowly release. We're going to Utplutihi. So keep your legs half lotus or easy cross-leg pose. You're gonna bring your hands by the hips. We did this last time as well. So you press your hands into the floor to lift your hips off the floor, 10 breaths. Looking down to the point of the nose, gazing forward. And release. And then from here, we're gonna do our last vinyasa. Cross your ankles, hands on the floor, lean forward, step or jump back to a high plank. Drop your knees, going to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Drop the knees, exhale, downward dog. And then we're gonna cross your ankles the opposite way again. Jump your feet. Try not to move your hands. Try to drag your feet through the arms. Extend your legs and drop your hips down. And we're coming for Shavasana. About 4-5 minutes, and then I'll bring us back to close the class. So palms to the sky. Feeling a sense of surrender Keep journeying in to the depths of the body, relaxing the breath. We'll bring the awareness back into the space, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Inhale, hands over the head. And we'll turn onto the side for a moment, resting your head on your arm. And slowly coming up to an easy cross-legged pose. We're going to chant the closing mantra. So hands to Namaskar Mudra, eyes closed. Finish your exhalation. Inhaling for Om. Om. Swasti Prajabhyaha Palipalayantam Nayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Gobrahminyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So peace for the community, peace for your loved ones, and peace for yourself. Namaste. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the class, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Bye, everyone.